Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Have another video here of diagnosis. This is a 2005 Nissan Pathfinder 4x4, which doesn't really matter for what is going on. So this is the same car you guys saw before that I replaced the cam sensor. So that part so far is so good. It's been like a little over 2 months. No customer complaints on drivability of anything. The complaint that he has right now is the chicane light is on. So I went ahead and connect the Maxxis Elite, and I have a code. Let me show you guys here. So the code that we have is P0442, which is a EVAP small leak. So let me show you what I have tried so far. I have the EVAP, the smoke machine connected to the hose that goes to the charcoal canister or to the EVAP system to the back. I could even use, if I want, these valves in here, but since I also need to test the EVAP per solenoid or valve, I rather disconnect in here because this is the first test that I like to do. I want to make sure that this valve is sealing correctly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the car. I'm going to turn on the car first. Okay, we got the car running. So let me go to the scanner. Let me go back. This is one good thing about the Autel software. Well, I think Snap-on does it too, but you can just click in here if you already run the car, before, and it will just take you straight to. It's already had the B number and everything. So okay, we go to diagnosis. In this case, we're gonna go to the engine. Click on it. Alright, now I click. And move this a little bit over that way. Sorry for the glare, but that's the light in the shop. So the first thing that I do testing for the small leak is always the purge valve, which is one of the most common failures. So before I do the EVAP, the smoke test, I want to make sure that the valve is sealing correctly. Then probably my next step is definitely, if I can go by software to close the bend solenoid, which I can with this car, close it and then run the smoke machine for like 3-5 minutes, and then see if what type of leak we have, which is most likely it's going to be very small. The other two suspect areas will be the bend solenoid itself not sealing correctly, or the fuel cap. Then after that, if it's neither of those, then you have to come with a light, check on the charcoal canister, all the connections, and etc. So let's just start with the purge valve. In this case, the scanner, which is very good, is trying to, it's letting me select any pits that I wanted to, to monitor any changes. For what I'm going to do, I really don't need it because I'm just going with my finger to test in there. But let's say, you can select, fuel temperature, fuel level, EVAP system pressure, and then click OK. So what I'm going to do is first pair the valve on and off, and also change, this is even that they were not selected, these are the two bank 1 and bank 2 oxygen sensor, the upper ones. In these cars are their air fuel ratio sensors. So when I click the QU, which is probably activated, I can hear it. Hopefully you guys can hear it too. 1 second, sorry for that. Hopefully this will help us, with the sound of the air right there. So we know that the valve is being activated. I can feel the vacuum too. So my main goal right now is that I have that valve activated is to click it close. Hopefully that will go. I'm trying to do this. Yes, it did. So that has to go on top of 0, which it did. And then now on the valve again. I still have vacuum because the valve was activated, so I will release that and make sure that I have no more vacuum, and it is not. So that means the valve is able to open and able to close even by having vacuum on the other side, which we will always have vacuum on the other port coming from the intake with the engine and idle. So the valve electronically is closing perfectly. There's nothing. It's not leaking at all in here. So that's my first test. Now I can turn the engine off. Do I need to? It's probably better if I do. So let me turn the engine off. I'm gonna turn the ignition back on so I can command the bend solenoid on. So let me get out of here. So this is again the per solenoid control part of the scanner. And now I'm gonna go to the bend control. Again, you can select all the pits you want. In this case, again, I'm going to select pretty much the same ones. Then click OK. Again, the air fuel ratios are going to always to be by default selected, at least with this scanner. So we have that on. So now my next test is click this on, so the bend on the back will close. I think I heard about it even from the front of the car. And now let's set the smoke machine on. This is gonna take probably 3-4 minutes for the smoke to go through. Let me put some light here, you guys can see better. Okay, yeah, that's definitely better. So two things we can see with this machine is gives us vacuum pressure or pressure. In this case we're applying let me see, that is not even half a pound of pressure. You can see hopefully right there is what it says, 1 pound or 1 psi. That's like a half a pound of pressure. Okay, so the little bulb it rides on that little tube is being coming down and down, but it looks like it's staying in there around a little lower than 10 thousandths. So that's why it's a very small leak. So maybe sometimes it's a little bit more or not, but so we have definitely a leak. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take you guys with me to the car. I'm going to first, since I got the car like this, I haven't raised off the car, so the easiest thing to do is come to the fuel neck, or the fuel filler cap. I like to use this tool. It's from Fluke. It's the RLD2. It's very, very good with the color, and I like to use it with the blue. Hopefully you guys can pick it up, but I can see a little bit of a smoke coming in here. It's definitely a very, very minuscule leak. So now that I did this and I can see a little bit of smoke in here, let me seal this cap. Or actually, let me see. Oh yeah, this was just barely in there. So as you can see now, the smoke is coming in there. So this was just barely in there. This is what you guys gotta do too. Let me seal this good. We're supposed to, what you got to do is when you tie the fuel cap is 3 clicks. So let's go back to the machine and see. Well, right now you can see that the little bulb in the meter went out because I opened it up. That is completely normal. But let's see if it now stays on the 10 thousandths or if it goes to 0. I still got control the bend solenoid on. Let's give it a little chance. Looks like we still got maybe a leak. Let's see. No, it is definitely coming down more. Oh yeah. Put some light for you guys, but yeah, that looks like yep. So this looks like a common failure fuel cap. Yep, you can see now that little bowl is completely to the bottom, and before it was around 10,000. So I am a mechanic in a shop. If this is the way we proceed. It has to be done like this, because if I touch a fuel cap and for some reason I seal it, and before I do any testing, I will never know if that was the issue or I just covered it. So what I'm going to recommend this customer is, one of my good customers in here, is to replace the fuel cap, because that was just barely in there. I'm going to take it off, but either way, I'm going to replace that fuel cap. It's a 2005, so that fuel cap probably has already 12 years. Again, these look like, for me, the blue color with the red. You can select on the back the way you want it to, like that's blue. Then you click one more time. It's just the blue without the red. And you click, it's just the red. As you can see, that red one, when it's a very small leak, I use it just sometimes to point, and so also to see a small leak. So you can select in here in the back. That is just white light, and it's very, very good. I really like this light from Fluke. Fluke does very good stuff. Alright guys, I hope you like the video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace that fuel cap, and probably let the car cool down, because if I believe, let me turn this off. Well, let me show you also the steel. We got the gauge. Let me turn this off. We don't need it no more. As you can see, the pressure is holding very good. Machine was still on, so this is also a way that even right now the machine is not pumping any more smoke, no more pressure, but the system is sealed. The same machine seals this right here, so it reacts as a purge solenoid valve, and we still got the bend valve closed. So by me looking at that pressure in there, I am very confident, very, very confident that this is a fix. This is why I like to do this test, and instead of just telling the customer, let's just replace the fuel cap and go. I don't like returns. I like people to be happy. Just come in one time and go. I mean, if your car is like this one, or a little bit, and then something else happened, it's not at least the same. But this is a good guy. He maintains his car very good. I mean, fuel cap is definitely nothing you can do. But like I said, this is a good way of testing. So again, that pressure is holding very good, and let me show you what it does as soon as I turn this off. Now you can see that the pressure was released. So, and now we have enough in here. So alright, I'm gonna come out of here, and I'm going to show you what I'm trying to do probably later on. It's an special functions on this scanner. Again, this is the Autel MaxiSys Elite. I can do a small leak. This is after the repair. The car will, the scanner will run this for a small leak as a test, but you have to comply with this. Fuel level in between quarter of the tank to 3/4. The ambient temperature sensor, which is 32 to 86. Okay, well that's no problem. Open engine hood. So we have the engine hood open, and then the start engine with the BHCL stop. Oh, well, the vehicle stop. Sorry. And then that will be the test that I'm going to do after the repair. So let me just go back. Right, I can do it here. Alright, so again, I hope you guys like the video. I'm again 100% sure that is the fix. Hope you guys like it, and don't forget to subscribe and thumbs up. Thank you.